Good morning, Algebra 1 half. This is Monday, June 1st, our last week of school. We are going to be having one more test, as I wrote in an email before the school's out in Algebra half. I think it's I don't know what it goes up to, but I'll tell you before we have it. I think we're going to have it on Thursday and corrections on Friday. I would like to finish lesson 90. That being the case, I looked at lesson 87, which is what we're on right now. Lesson 87 is a pathetically easy lesson. It's properties of algebra, which is commutative property, the associative property, and a couple transitive properties, symmetric property, and they're really easy. Basically, it's just telling you to know the vocabulary. Commutative property says, no matter what order that you add or multiply things in, 3 times 2 equals 6. Well, 2 times 3 also equals 6. Or 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Well, 3 plus 2 plus 1 also equals 6. It doesn't matter. That's a commutative property. The associative property is you can group them in any order, and the answer is going to come out to be the same. A plus B plus C is going to equal A plus C plus B, and so on. So it's really easy. You just have to know the vocabulary. Anyway, moving on. We're going to just do lesson 88, which is surface area. Surface area of right solids. When it's talking about a right solid, it could be a cylinder, right? They're talking about the surface area of a right solid. When it says right, that means the bottom and the top meet at right angles. That's all it means by right. In other words, it's not a cone, or a pyramid or something like that. So right solid means the top and bottom meet at right angles, okay? So what we need to know about the surface area, okay? I'm just doing a cylinder right here. It could be a cube or a rectangular prism. It could be anything. It's a right solid. That's a right solid. Surface area. Okay. Surface area just means what's the area of the bottom, what's the area of the top, and what's the area around it. Okay. With a rectangular prism, there's going to be 6 sides, a top and a bottom, 2 sides there, and front and a back, and so on and so forth. There's 6 sides. With this cylinder right here, there's a top and a bottom, and then there's a wraparound, right? Almost like a soup can. With a triangular prism, and I am not good at drawing a triangular prism, but it's something like that. You know what I mean? They actually would consider this a top and a bottom there, right? And then there's 3 other sides. There's this side you see right here. There's a side on the back, and then there's a bottom, right? So you need to figure out how many sides there are when you're doing it. However, there's a really easy way to figure out the surface area, the lateral surface area. Okay, you have to figure out the top and the bottom. In either case, the top and the bottom of a right solid are going to be the same. The top and the bottom will be the same. So you find the area of one, multiply it times 2, that gives you the top and the bottom. Then there's the lateral surface area. There's this wraparound right here. If I found the area to the top here, top, bottom, and then there's the lateral surface area, the 4 sides that go around it as well. If I was to tell you the shape of the wraparound, the lateral surface area of a cylinder, if I cut a slit in the soup can label and unwound it, it would just be a rectangle, right? That would give me the wraparound part of it, the lateral surface area, okay? that being the case, I'd need to know what the circumference is of the top or the bottom, okay? And you know how to find the circumference of a circle. It's pi times diameter. So they would have to give me another piece of information like a radius or a diameter to be able to figure out the circumference of the top or the bottom, right? And then I could find the lateral surface area. Of course, I know how to find the surface area or the area of one of the top or the bottom, right? It's pi r squared, right? So whatever the area of this would be, pi r squared, let's say it was 5, okay? Pi r squared of 5 would be 25. So the area of the top would be 25 pi, whatever that is, okay? Then I would double it to get the bottom, so that would be 50 pi, right? Then to find the circumference, I'd need the diameter, which is 10 times pi, 10 pi, right? And then I would have to multiply it times the height. That's the circumference, would be 10 pi, and whatever the height would be, let's say it's 10. 10 pi times 10 would be 100 pi, would be my lateral surface area, okay? Then you add them all together and you get your total surface area of the right solid, okay? Now, if we're talking about a, let's say a triangular prism, okay? A triangular prism. And this is one I'm not good at drawing. There's a good example of it in the book on page, they started off 88.1, a triangular prism. They say that there is a triangle right there. It goes off to the distance. Okay. You find the perimeter of this triangle, okay? The perimeter of the triangle. Let's say in the book it says it's 5, 3, and 4, okay? Which adds up to, they also say this big long thing is 16. I think it's meters, okay? You find the perimeter of this triangle, which is 4 plus 3 plus 5 is 12, and multiply it times the height of it, which is 16, right? That comes out to be 192. Now I've just found out the lateral surface area of this prism. That means I found the area of this front side right here. I found the area of the bottom of it, and I found the area of the other side, right? And it all came up to adding the sides of this triangle and multiplying it times the height of the right solid. I got 192. Now what I need to do is find the area of this triangle and the area of the back side, which is both the same. They're both the same. So the area of this one would be the half of base times height, which is 12. 12. Half of that is 6. Right? So the area of this one would be 6. And the area of this one over here would be 6 for a total of 12. So the total surface area of that figure right there would be 192 plus 12, which would be 204. Okay? So when you're finding the surface area of any right solid, find the area of the top plus the area of the bottom, right? Area of the top and the bottom, and then find the perimeter of one of the top or bottoms and multiply it times the height, and that will give you the lateral surface area, okay? It's pretty easy. I just want you to do lesson 88. You don't have to do lesson 87. For today, I want you doing 1 through 30, okay? It'll be in the book, and I'll see you tomorrow.